Good morning and welcome to FGSL Woodworks. Today what we're doing is I'm going to kind of show you how, if you have either a shellac or a lacquer finish, you're going to be able to renew this finish on the piece. Being that this is a shellac finish, we renew the finish through denatured alcohol. So let me get some denatured alcohol in my cup here, and then we'll start. Now if you have a lacquer finish, you're going to use lacquer thinner, but it works the same way. So let me get a pair of gloves. And we'll get a brush. Now, first thing we've done is we've taped off the area on the glass. There's not really too much of a purpose on that other than it makes it easier to clean up afterwards. So here we go. Take our brush, dip it in some denatured alcohol, and then we're just going to lightly brush everything. Being that this has shellac finish on it already, and because shellac is able to be dissolved with denatured alcohol, that's how we're going to renew this finish. So we're going to let this sit for a moment. Kind of let you see here. We let the alcohol evaporate, and then, as you can see on this side, I'm going to put a little bit more, and you should start seeing brush strokes. And I have not used any extra shellac yet. Don't have your brush soaked in it, in the denatured alcohol. And only go over everything lightly. Okay. Okay, so we'll let that sit for a little bit. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I can do the best recording of all of this. this particular piece, as you may have seen in earlier videos, I don't want to make it look new. I mainly want to make it look cleaned up, make sure that it is protected. Okay. I'm on the side panel, and I need to both clean it up a little bit, kind of even out the color in some of the areas which the color is missing, and then get it ready to add a little bit more shellac. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of clean up this area here. I'm going to use just a little bit of alcohol, and let me get some gloves. So I'm using a little bit of alcohol to clean this up. Okay. Now we're gonna try this on a little small area first. Like right here on the end. See how it turns out. Okay, so what most likely I'm going to do, see, it's not really doing much of anything. So that means that most likely the color is in the shellac itself. You do come across that quite often in some of these older pieces. So that means I can go back to using the alcohol to spread around and clean up the finish that is on it, the shellac that's on it. So we'll go ahead and do that. once we're finished with this, we'll go back later whenever I've reassembled everything, and then we'll go ahead and apply a finished top coat, a shellac finished top coat. The reason that I'm not doing it just this moment is because I don't have any of the dark shellac. Not sure if you can see that. Try and get down here a little closer. Right here you can see there's buildup, and as you can see, because of the alcohol, I'm able to kind of dissolve that shellac and spread it around. So that's kind of what we're doing here. Come on, this one here. Okay. Let this sit a little bit. I can also show you what we did previously to that door. So here's the door after it's been dried, and so all I need to do is, there's a couple areas that need a little bit of shellac, so I'll be applying that as soon as I get everything in. You get this, see if you can see this here with the light. There's this kind of cracking, and that's from the shellac just drying over the years. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to use the brush and the alcohol. Oops. Okay. I think we're almost good with this section here. Try and brush this out a little bit here. Okay. I'm hoping that I don't have to sand that down, but I think with the going over it with the other shellac on the rubber, I'll be able to kind of buff all that out. So that's where we're at. Okay, now we gotta let that sit for a while, and then I can move on to another piece.